Hello students, welcome to video classes. So yesterday we have discussed about the ideal gas equation in the case of gases. So at the time of introduction I told you that this thermal properties of matter is a very big chapter. There is a lot of subtopics are there. Okay, out of the 3 subtopics we are completed. Okay, first one is the temperature. So totally 6 will be there. First one is the temperature. Okay, we have discussed about what is the temperature and how can the different methods are there to measure the temperature and the different scales of measurement of temperature we are completed. After that, the second topic we have discussed about the expansion of the solids. Next we have discussed the expansion of the liquids. After that we have discussed about the expansion of the gases. The 4 parts we are going to be completed. Next the 2 more topics are going to be remained. Okay, one is the calorimetry and the other one is the transmission of heat. Okay, so now we are going to start the transmission of heat. Okay, the 5th subtopic. Okay, the 5th subtopic of the thermal properties of matter. Okay, transmission of heat. In the name itself, the meaning is there. So in this topic, we are going to discuss that how the heat energy will transfer from one place to another place. That we are going to discuss. Okay, before going to discuss about this transmission of heat, it is very essential to know about what is the temperature and what is the heat energy and what is the difference between them. That is very essential to know about before going to start the topics here. Okay, first we are going to discuss about the temperature. All these concepts already we are discussed at the time of temperature. I hope all of you remember the concepts here. Okay, to define what is the temperature means. The temperature means nothing but if temperature is a physical quantity which explains about the hotness or the coldness of the object. That means if you are going to touch the object, you can explain that whether it is very hot or it is very cold. That can be explained by using this temperature. Okay, temperature is a physical quantity which explains about the hotness or the coldness of the object. And this temperature is going to be measured in different scales are there. So regularly we are going to use the temperature is measured in degrees Celsius, or you can measure in Kelvin scale, or there is one more scale is there, degree Fahrenheit. Okay, these are the 3 types of the scales we are going to use, but the degree Fahrenheit scale we are not going to use in our regular studies. In our regular studies we are going to use either degree Celsius and the Kelvin scale, and we are also discussed how we are going to convert the temperature from one scale to another scale also we are discussed here. Okay, so this is the temperature. Next one is the heat. So when you go to refer to the heat, so the heat is a form of energy which can transfer from one place to another place due to the reason of temperature difference. Okay, heat is a form of energy which can transfer from one place to another place due to the reason of temperature difference is called the heat. Okay, this is the difference here. Temperature does not transfer, heat energy only transfers, and that too the heat energy will transfers due to the reason of the temperature difference only. For example, if I want to take the 2 objects here, this is the first object you are taking. Okay, this is A, and this is the second object you are taking, this is B. Okay, one is A and another one is B. So these are the 2 objects you are going to be taking here. Let us say that A is at the temperature of 100 degrees Celsius and B is at the temperature of 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, so A is at the highest temperature and B is at the lowest temperature. Then you can tell that which one is at the higher, which one will be the hot object between these 2. A will be at more hot and B will be less hot will be there. And when you are going to connect them through a thermal conducting substance, okay, if you are going to connect them through a thermal conducting substance, then what happens? The heat energy transfers from A to B or B to A. No doubt the heat energy transfers from A to B. Okay, the heat energy transfers from A to B. So this is the heat transformation will be there. Okay, always the heat energy transfers from higher temperature to lower temperature, which is very, very important, same as like the current. When I go to refer to the current is nothing but the flow of the electrons. Here the heat current means what happened? The flow of heat energy will be called as a heat current. Current means nothing but motion. Okay, current means nothing but motion. So there is a lot of similarities are there between the electric current and the heat current. Okay, further we are going to discuss, we are going to compare them also. Okay, so this is the flow of heat energy from A to B. Okay, this is the heat transformation. So that means it will clearly understood that if the temperature difference is there, definitely what happened, the heat energy is going to be travels itself, or heat energy is going to be transfers. So in this chapter we are going to discuss that in how many ways the heat energy will transfer from one place to another place we have to discuss. And most important thing is whatever the heat energy is traveling from A to B, that heat energy is measured in joules. Okay, the heat energy is measured in joules. because the energy, always the energy will be measured in joules. Okay, the energy will be measured in joules. Or in another unit, the heat energy is measured in calories. Okay, it will be measured in calories. Calories is the CGS unit to measure the heat energy. Okay, joule is the SI unit and calories is the CGS units. Okay, so the difference between them is there and the conversion is also there, which is very important. Further we are going to discuss here. Just up to now we can remember that heat energy measured in joules in SI units, in CGS units it can be measured in calories. And always the heat energy transfers from higher temperature to lower temperature. Heat energy never travel by itself from lower temperature to higher temperature. Always it will travel from higher temperature to lower temperature. Okay, this is the heat energy. Okay, so now we are going to discuss in how many ways the heat energy will transfer. So totally there are the three ways are there in which the heat energy will transfer from one place to another place. First one is called the conduction method. Second one is called the convection method, and the third one is called the radiation method. Okay, these are the three methods are there: conduction method, convection method, and the radiation method. Okay, these are the three methods we are going to discuss in this chapter. Okay, in the conduction method is going to be possible only in the case of solid materials. Okay, the conduction method is possible only in the solid materials, and the convection method is possible only in the fluids. Okay, fluids. What are the fluids means? Fluids means nothing but you can define as a substance which can flow from one place to another place. Okay, a substance can flow from one place to another place will be called as a fluids. I think at the time of introduction chapters, introduction of topics, I explained about these fluids. I hope all of you remembered here. Okay, so a substance which can flow from one place to another place will be called as a fluid. Can you give me an examples of the fluid? The fluids examples are the liquids and the gases. Because if I am going to take the solid material, if I am going to take the pen, if I am going to place here, is this pen will flow? No. Only the liquids and the gases can flow from one place to another place. That's why those are only going to be called as a fluids, and the convection method is possible in the fluids. That means the convection method is possible in the solids, in the liquids or in the gases. Okay, this is a convection method. Next one is the radiation method. So the radiation method means this is the method where the medium is not required. Okay, so in this one what happens, the heat energy will transfer, okay, from one place to another place, even in vacuum also, in the form of electromagnetic radiation. Okay, which is very important one. Okay, what is that radiation means? If the heat energy transfers from one place to another place without require of any medium in the form of electromagnetic radiation, then that will be called as a radiation method. Or if the heat energy transfer from one place to another place without require of any medium, then that will be called as a radiation method. Okay, in the radiation method what happens, the heat energy will transfer in the form of electromagnetic radiation. So that means if the electromagnetic wave, do you have any idea what is the velocity of the electromagnetic radiation? The velocity of the electromagnetic radiation is equal to velocity of light, that is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. This is the maximum speed. That means even whenever think about the light is also travels in the form of electromagnetic radiation. Because when they are going to explain the nature of the light, one of the scientists, Maxwell, is explained the nature of the light based on his electromagnetic wave theorem. That is also going to be accepted here. Okay, so the electromagnetic radiation, the electromagnetic wave will travel 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. If I want to convert it into kilometers, then you have to multiply with 10 power minus 3. How to multiply? 10 power minus 3 means it will becomes 3 into 10 to the power of 5 kilometers per second. So 3 into 10 to the power of 5 kilometers per second. After 3, if I want to take the 5 zeros, so what it will be called as 3 lakhs. That means the light will travels 3 lakh kilometers in 1 second. With the same velocity, what happens, the electromagnetic wave is also going to be travels. Okay, all of you know that when you are going to use the mobiles, okay, in the mobiles what happens, whatever the waves you are sending, those are going to travel in the form of electromagnetic wave only. That means whatever the you are speaking here, that voice will be traveling with the velocity of light or the electromagnetic wave, that is 3 lakh kilometer per second. That's why the long distance is also it will travel in the fraction of seconds itself. Okay, that is other concept, but here we are going to discuss about the radiation method. In the radiation method, what happened? The electromagnetic wave is going to be travel with the velocity of light, that is 3 into 10 power of 8 meter per second. Okay, these are the three methods are there. Okay, conduction, convection, and the radiation. Okay, conduction, convection and the radiation. Conduction is possible only in the solid materials. Convection is possible only in the fluids, and the radiation, what happened? There is no medium is required. Even the medium is required, it is okay. If the medium is not there, also no problem. Okay, the radiation method will travel in both medium or without medium. Okay, so this is the radiation methods will be there. Out of them, in which medium or in which method the more amount of heat energy will travel with maximum speed? So when I am going to refer to that, the conduction method is going to be very slow method. Okay, the conduction method is very slow method, and less amount of heat energy will be transferred in the conduction method. Next one is convection method. In convection method, the heat energy transfer with more speed than the convection method. Okay, the convection method, heat energy, the velocity of the heat flow will be more than the conductions, and the amount of heat energy transferred is also maximum. Next one is the radiation. Okay, this is the maximum speed will be there. Okay, in the radiation method, the large amount of heat energy will travel in the less amount of time. Okay, so in this way what happened? The heat energy travels maximum speed with the radiation method. Next, convection method, and least is the conduction method. Okay, these are the methods we are going to be having here. Okay, this is a very important concept you need to remember. Sometimes what happens in the examination, they will ask you in the competitive part, they will ask you that there is an application will be there. So before going to discuss about this, you should know that what are the methods. Okay, conduction method possible by the solids, convection method fluids, and fluids means you can take the liquids and the gases. The radiation method it can be represented by null base itself. So for example, you are saying that there is a campfire is going on. Okay, there is a campfire is going on, and there is a fire they are going to place, and a person is standing in front of the fire. Okay, a person is standing in front of the fire and is just going to carry a metal rod. Okay, just going to carry a metal rod. Okay, this is a metal rod is carrying and is placed on the fire and is standing just exactly in front of the fire like this. Okay, the question will be asked you like that: in how many ways the person can get the heat energy? Okay, in how many ways the person can get the heat energy? He is in the open air itself. He is in the open air. The campfire is going on. The fire is placed, and this person is carrying the rod and is placed inside the fire. So you have to tell me that in how many ways the heat energy is going to reach the person? One way, or two ways, or the three ways? So no doubt, all the three ways it is going to be possible. Okay, in the conduction method, the heat energy will travel. Heat energy is going to reach the person. By the convection method also, the heat energy is going to reach the person. By the radiation method also, the heat energy is going to reach the person. But could you tell me, first in which method the person is going to feel the heat energy? Conduction method, convection method, or the radiation method? No doubt by the radiation method, because which one is the most speed method is there? Radiation method. In the radiation method, what happened? The heat energy will travel with maximum speed. Okay, that's why first this person will feel the heat energy by the radiation method. Because for the radiation method, the medium is required or not required, that is doesn't matter. It will travels in the form of electromagnetic radiation with the velocity of 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. So as easily what happened, the person can feel the heat energy by the radiation method, and in the radiation method he will feel more amount of heat energy. Next one, convection method. How the convection method is possible here? Because the fire and the person is going to be filled by the air. Air is nothing but fluid. So whatever the air is going to be travel here, that air will be passed through the air, and that is going to be reach the person. So this is the convection method. So second, the person can feel the heat energy by convection method. Okay, in the convection method, the amount of heat energy will be less than the radiation method. And finally, the third method is going to feel the heat energy by the conduction method. Conduction method means the heat energy will be transferred through the rod and it is going to reach the person's hand. So like that what happened, the heat energy will be traveled. But it will take more time to travel the heat energy from one end to the other end of the rod. That's why what happened in the conduction method, the heat energy transfers very slow. Okay, this is the different types of methods of the methods of the heat energy transfer itself. Okay, conduction, convection, and the radiation. Out of these three methods, the more number of problems and a lot of concepts are there only in the conduction method and the radiation method. In the convection, there is a small concept and just a few definitions are there. That's it. But conduction method and the radiation method. You need to concentrate on these two topics, which are very important, and there is a lot of problems and a lot of concepts are there for both PU and for the competitive part itself. Okay, so first one by one we can discuss. We are going to start with the conduction method. So first we are going to discuss about the conduction method. Conduction method means nothing but you can simply define as if the heat energy transfers from one place to another place without motion of the particles in a medium will be called as a conduction method. Okay, in the conduction method what happens, the heat energy transfers but the particles in a medium does not move. Okay, the particles in a medium does not displaces, they will be stay at the same place but the heat energy will be transfers. This type of method will be called as a conduction method. Okay, how can you define it? If the heat energy transfers from one place to another place without motion of the particles in a medium will be called as a conduction method. Let us see how the conduction method is going to take place. So I am going to take a metal bar here. This is a metal bar. Okay, this is a metal bar. It is completely filled by the molecules. We are already know that the molecules are going to be very tightly bonded and very nearer to each other in the case of solids, and the attraction force will be very maximum. So these are the molecules we are going to be taking, the solid molecules, and they are going to be tightly bonded. There is no spaces there in between them. Okay, like that the molecules are there here. Okay, now what happens? So one end you are going to be taking here and you are just going to start heating it. Okay, you are starting the heating it. When you are giving the heat energy to this metal bar at the one end, then immediately what happens? This heat energy will be taken by the first molecule. Okay, this heat energy will be taken by the first molecule. And we already discussed that whenever this molecule will take the heat energy, what happens? It starts vibrating. While it is starting vibrating, what happens? Due to this vibration, it is going to be collide with the second molecule. Whenever it is going to collide with the second molecule, in this collision, what happens? The heat energy will be transferred. So due to this collision, what happens? The first molecule will transfer the energy to the second molecule. When the second molecule will take the energy, the second molecule is also starts vibrating, and due to this vibration it is going to collide with the third molecule, and in this collision again what happened, the energy will be transferred to the third molecule. Once the third molecule is taking the energy, again it will start vibrating and it is going to be collide with the fourth molecules. In this collision again the energy will transfer. In this way what happened, every molecule will get the energy and starts vibrating and going to be collide with the neighbor molecule, and the energy will be transferred. After some time, if you can refer what happened, the heat energy is transferred from one end to the other end. In this way, the heat energy is going to be transferred. So whatever the heat energy are giving at this end, that heat energy will be received to the other end of the metal bar itself. In this process, if the molecules are changing or the molecules are moving, is this molecule is directly moving towards the other end to transfer the heat energy? No. The molecule is not moving anywhere. The molecule is at the same place. At the same place, what happened? It is vibrating itself. Okay, the molecules are inside the medium, are not moving anywhere, even though what happened, the heat energy is transferred to the other end. This type of method will be called as a conduction method. Okay, it is called the conduction method. In the conduction method, the particles are in a medium. Okay, the particles in a medium will not move anywhere, but the heat energy will be transferred. Okay, this is the reason how the heat energy is going to be transferred here itself. Okay, this method is called conduction. That's why the conduction is possible only in the solids, only it will be takes place. Okay, the definition is very important. You have to remember conduction method. Okay, right. So after that, we are going to discuss one very important concept here, that is called the temperature gradient. Okay, temperature gradient. I am going to explain you, and I am going to write the formula. By using that formula, you can easily simply define what is the temperature gradient. So for example, if I am going to say that when the heat energy is transfers from one place to another place. Why the heat energy transfers? Due to the reason of temperature difference. Okay, while you are taking, this is the metal bar we are going to be taking here. In this metal bar, I am going to locate the 3 points. Okay, I am going to locate the 3 points. So this is the point A, and here I am going to take the point B, and here I am going to take the point C. Okay, the distance between A and B, okay, the distance between A and B is x1. The distance between B and C is x2. The distance between A and B is x1. The distance between B and C is x2. Now, A is the temperature at the point A. The temperature is T1, at the point B the temperature is T2 and at the point C the temperature is T3. Okay, how many points you are locating? 3 points you are locating, and the distance between first 2 points is x1, the second distance is x2. And what are the temperatures? At point A the temperature is T1, at point B temperature is T2, at point C the temperature is T3. Okay, now at this end you are giving the heat energy, you are firing here. You are giving the fire to this end and the heat energy is transferring, no doubt heat energy is transferring towards right side. Now out of these 3 temperatures, can you tell me which one is at the higher temperature? T1 is more, or T2 is more, or T3 is more? How can you write down the temperature relation between T1, T2, T3? So no doubt according to this diagram, T1 will be at the higher temperature, the heat energy is transferring, that's why T2 will be at the next temperature. Which one is at the lower temperature? T3 will be at the lower temperature. That means how can you write the relation here? T1 is greater than, okay, T1 is greater than T2 and T2 is greater than T3. T1 is greater than T2 and T2 is greater than T3. T1 is greater than T2, T2 is greater than T3. So T1 is at the higher temperature. Now the temperature gradient means, I am going to write the relation like this. This is T1 minus T2 by x1. This is called the temperature gradient. Okay, this is called the temperature gradient. What is T1 minus T2 represents? T1 minus T2 represents the temperature difference. Okay, T1 minus T2 represents temperature difference. X1 represents the distance, per unit distance. So that means if you want to define it, what you have to do? You have to make the denominator must be equals to 1 unit. If the denominator will be equals to 1 unit, then what will remains? Temperature difference. Okay, so it can be defined as the temperature difference per unit distance. Okay, the temperature difference per unit distance. Okay, in the direction of flow of heat energy will be called as a temperature difference. Okay, so the temperature gradient means nothing but the difference in the temperature, okay, difference in the temperature, okay, or the change in temperature per unit distance will be called as a temperature gradient. If you want to simplify or write down the units, the temperature is measured in degrees Celsius and the distance is measured in meter. Okay, degrees Celsius per meter. Okay, degrees Celsius per meter or Kelvin per meter also you can write. Okay, this is called the temperature gradient, which is very, very important one. And here the change in temperature means while you are going towards right side, temperature decreasing or temperature is increasing? Temperature is decreasing. That's why in another way also you can define it. Okay, the fall of temperature per unit distance. Because while you are going this side, what happened? The temperature is decreasing here. Okay, the fall of temperature per unit distance will be called as a temperature gradient. Okay, so if one find out the temperature gradient between 2 points, you have find out the 2 temperatures, find out the difference between them and divide with the distance between the 2 points, that will give you the temperature gradient. In further, this concept is very important, we are going to discuss, try to remember this. Okay, so this is the temperature gradient. Okay, that's all for today. Next concept will be discussed in the next class itself. So today what we discussed, today we are discussed about the heat energy, okay, how the heat energy will be transferred and how many methods are there we are discussed. Out of them, which one will travels more amount of heat energy also we are discussed, and after that we are discussed what is the conduction method and we are discussed about the temperature gradient. These concepts are very, very important, we need to remember. Okay, see you in the next class. Thank you.